Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the Crypto Effect. Welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship. Let's do that again. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. This is the Crypto Factor. My name is Paul, and if it's your first time here, I usually don't fuck up my intros, okay? I'm usually a lot better and more articulate on my intros, but regardless, this is live, and we will be talking today. We'll be talking about Bitcoin, we'll be talking about the markets, we'll be talking about what my views are, what altcoins I'm holding right now for a potential alt season or not, what my strategy is, and I will be answering your questions from the chat. So that's what we're going to be doing. Please like this video. I'm going to ask for the like right in the beginning. And for those of you that are following me, yes, I'm a bit better. I still have a cough. No fever though. Look, check this out. Look. No fever, right? Yeah, doing good. So we're back in action. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's get straight. I see people joining right here. What are you guys drinking? Today I'm drinking my pomegranate mocktail with no sugar, with ginger and all that crap. So that's what I'm drinking. Tell me where you're watching from and what you are drinking. And again, if I'm making a bit mistakes, if I'm not talking, if I'm not articulating myself, I was very sick. I had a fever the last couple of days. So bear with me. But I am seeing people join. I'm seeing Crypto Clown World. What's up, my man? Thank you. I am better. I see Harry from the Factor fam. Helios from California. Rene Montenegro, my favorite bear. Bill S. Master. I see Banana Republic. Doesn't feel like we are waiting or sitting ducks. We'll talk about that in a second. Coffee, my man. Master's drinking coffee. When Ferrari, Lambo, we'll see. Maybe we have to settle for a Fiat or Lada. Oh man, can't miss this. Awesome. I see Graham in the house drinking coffee as well. Rene saying money flowing out of crypto to gold, which is great, by the way. By the way, might be true, but that's actually a good sign. Keep that in mind. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Win 1995 Civic, I love this. Okay, so let's get straight to it, man. Let's get straight to the charts. Let's get straight to Bitcoin. Then we'll talk about altcoins. Then I'll answer your questions. I'll also show you what I'm holding and so on. So look, Bitcoin right now. Looking at the factor line, told us to sell over here at this this is a daily chart. Told us to sell and confirm on the daily. We came down here now. If you have my course, because this is a factor line, okay, look, it's very simple. You buy when it's gold, you sell when it's red. But if you have my course, this is right now a bottom formation. This right now is a bottom formation. Yes, we do have to break resistance to confirm completely. That's why the factor line isn't flashing. But this, I'm anticipating, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm anticipating a snap and crack. What is that? See this line, this blue line right here? At 107,000. We broke under, but we're coming back up, okay? And the play is very simple here. What you do is, as we come up and we break this resistance, which we did, which is also the previous SFP buy point over here, as we break this resistance, you buy. So you buy right now and your stop loss is under the previous low. If you are more risky over here at the bottom of this candle over here, if you are less risky and you want to be a bit more conservative, this candle over here. So these, and this should be another color actually so we don't get confused here, but these two lines over here should be your stop losses, so to speak, and you're buying this breakout over here. All right, so if you're taking my course, if you have my course and you have the factor line, you're actually buying this right now. You're buying this for potential upside. Maybe we come down like this and go up like this. That's what we are hoping for, and that's what we are anticipating. But it's so easy to play this because we're so close to the levels that we have to get out if we break that you might as well take this play. It's a clean. This is called a snap and crack, and this is the way I mostly trade. I mostly trade snap and cracks, and I mostly trade ranges. This is a snap and crack potential. You buy. That's it. You just buy the breakout on Bitcoin. Just do it. And then your stop loss is underneath, whether it's mental or whether it's whether you're trading and you actually use a stop loss. That's the move right here. So I'm giving you the move right now. It's a clear move. Now you should be buying. Now there is volatility on the weekends because lower liquidity. We'll see if this plays out tomorrow. But hey, look, if you want to get in early, this is the perfect opportunity. This is the perfect trade right now. And yes, it might work out. It might not work out. But the risk-reward ratio is so good here that you might as well take it, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I would do and what I would teach you in my course if you take my course, which is linked in the description down below. It's basically right up here to look. You can also scan this right here. It comes with a factor line for life. That is the indicator you're seeing here, and it teaches you how to invest, trade, and think like me. Anyway, let's move on. So this is what we're seeing right now on the daily on Bitcoin. Let's go to the 4 hours, see what that looks like, and it's a much clearer picture right here. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Let me turn that off. Right? And here, it's a much clearer picture. See how our stop losses are right at, on the 4 hour, our stop losses that we do, our strategy, fall right at the bottom of the candle of the 4 hour. And the previous one over here. So this is just a perfect trade right here. Right? It's just a perfect trade. Again, your stop loss would be just under this if you're trading the 4 hour. But basically, this is it, right? And yes, the factor line is red, but in my course, this is when we anticipate or we play the snap and crack for reversal. And if we go to the hourly, should be the same picture. Yeah, pretty much the same picture over here, with the only difference that the factor line on the hourly, first of all, it's giving you the range. I'm not sure you can see it here, but if you go to the background, you see this gray line over here and this gray line over here. That's the range. Funny enough, and I'm doing this live, by the way. Funny enough, I drew my my stop losses here, and look, it's right in the bottom and the middle of the range that the factor line actually gave you. And on the factor line, look, gold buy, boom, snap and crack. You buy it. There's your trade. This is your trade. Like this video, that's it. We're done. We're done. Goodbye. Take care. No, just kidding. But that's it. I just gave you the perfect trade right now. Now, there is resistance levels to look at, and there is some things to anticipate. That's a different story. But if you want to keep the bare minimum, the easiest play right now, you buy this breakout. I saw it on the daily live. I didn't even see the chart before. Confirmed it on the 4 hour, and on the hourly, the factor line itself is telling you to do it. What more confirmation do you want here? Let's look at the trend stacker. Gold on the hourly. Boom. Okay? Now, on the 4 hour, it's probably not gold. Yeah, it was lower and it's coming up. So it's probably going to turn gold. And on the daily, it's going to probably be the same. Yeah, it's starting to come up. It was all the way down here because of the massive drop, and it's starting to come up. So, but now you can actually get into a good position on a good scale, if that makes sense. Looking at altcoins, and these are the altcoins I am holding. Looking at the altcoins generally, as you can see, everything is green. If you look at my altcoin coins over here, which is this group over here, you'll see that they are higher than everything except something in my watch list, but they are higher than every single other category in the top 1,000 here. So these are, straight to the point, the coins I am holding, the coins I'm holding for potential alt season. We'll talk about it in a second. But if you want to know my portfolio, these are the ones I'm holding more aggressively for alt season. If you want to know my full portfolio, here is everything else I'm holding. I'm not holding this anymore, Co-AI. I actually warned about it with posts. But generally speaking, this is what I'm holding in general. And this is what I'm holding for alt season, okay? This is mostly what's left over or what I have generally from before. And these are the coins that I'm holding for alt. So take a couple of screenshots and you're done, okay? That's it. Now you have my altcoins I'm holding, right? You know what my altcoins, which ones I'm holding right now, okay? Perfect. Now, what am I looking at here? Well, it's very easy. All right, we don't know if we're gonna go up or down. Obviously, we can go up or down. Oh my God, you're saying we can go up and down? Yes, obviously, right? But I'm giving you levels to look at. I just gave you the level to look at for more downside. As long as it doesn't break, expect more upside. That's it. How high is it gonna go? Are we gonna get outside? I don't know. Who cares? Get in. The move is there. It's right in front of you in plain sight. Either you take it or you don't, right? And that's basically it. I'm anticipating one leg up before it ends. That's just me. That's just what was calling for so long. I'm anticipating one run up more. Whether that's a dead cat bounce and we go down further down, we can at least evaluate and take profits and get out of the market. Or if we continue to the upside, great, we're in the market. I think the top will be the end of the year, beginning 2026, but let's see what happens. I'm not changing my thesis on there until proven otherwise. And even if we do have a top, even if we don't have a top, it doesn't matter because my strategy covers everything. And we've talked about this, but I do want to get to your questions because that's what I want to do in this live stream today. I want to answer most of your questions. So do me a favor, put your questions in the chat because this is what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to be answering your questions. I want to get straight to your questions this time. So let me drink some pomegranate ginger. And before I get to your questions, let's talk a little bit about what caused this flush and what made it drop so fast and so hard. Because most people, what they're talking about on the internet, how Bitcoin fell and whatever, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. I really don't, because there's some people that actually like that say this as well. But if you're listening to somebody that's telling you that the tariffs caused this and Trump caused this, then I want to be cool here. I don't want to shout out anybody. I don't want to call anybody out because I do know some people that I actually like that said this. So by calling out the losers, I kind of put them into that package, and I don't want to do that. So let me tell you what happened, okay? And this is vital. This you need to understand this, okay? We now have ETFs in institutional plays. So a lot of the trading volumes with ETFs by institutional plays. And so, right now, crypto is 24 hours, as you know. We're 24 hours. The problem is that on weekends, even though we're 24 hours, ETFs are not. So weekends is less liquidity on exchanges. Now, what a lot of you people don't know, is that on exchanges, and I know this, I was the marketing director of an exchange, a fully centralized, a fully legal compliant exchange. You don't, all exchanges do this, you don't hold the full amounts of altcoins ready to be traded on your balance sheet. Like, you obviously you have the hot wallet so people can trade in and out of, but don't think supply is limitless. Right? Sometimes it runs out, sometimes it's in cold wallets, they need to transfer, and so on. So what happens? This tweet by Trump, which was a trigger, not the reason, okay? Listen to me very carefully here. He talked about tariffs and spooked people out, and people anticipated downside. Now, whales took advantage of this and shorted the market. And also the market got shorted by a lot of people, and some people started selling because they got scared. Now, under $117,000, which I was saying is a line in the sand, and I was saying if 117,000 breaks, get out because we're going to go down much further. I didn't anticipate the speed or the flush. I thought we had a couple of weeks, but we did it to 101,000 in one day, in 1 hour. Which is crazy. It's insane. I did not anticipate that, but I did anticipate more downside. You can watch the videos. You can verify this for yourself. The problem is, once people start selling and all these liquidations happen because a lot of people were on leverage, you have to understand that people that wanted to buy the dip could not because there was no coins, there was no liquidity. So you're getting the sells, but you're not getting the liquidity to be, you can't buy, there's no asks. So this caused an even bigger cascading event. And this is on the weekend where there's low liquidity, you can't, there's nothing you can do, right? So everything's on crypto, everything's getting liquidated, we're getting racked, but there's nothing you can do about it, and it's amplified. If Trump made that tweet on a Tuesday, right, it wouldn't have had this effect. It happened because it was on a Friday and it happened over the weekend. And if you notice, there's something just to notice here. Most of his tweets like this and most of these things happen on a Friday night, by the way. That's not by chance. And that whale that took the short position, that's not by chance. I'm not blaming Trump here. I'm not going against Trump. I'm just saying this was all kind of orchestrated. In a way, there was also manipulation, but not to the extent that people think. So what happened was we had this flush down. And in a way, it was faked. in a way. Now, exchanges were at fault. Plus, of course, hyperliquid, all these perpetual dexes, all leverage. People it all happened, yes. And people got destroyed. But again, if this happened on a Tuesday, it wouldn't have took this effect. Where's the proof of what I'm saying? Very simple. Bitcoin fell 10%. It's the altcoins that fell 60, 70% because it's all fake fucking leverage. It's all fake liquidity and it's all made by market makers. So that's what caused the biggest effect in altcoins. That's why a lot of people got wrecked. Bitcoin was 10%. 10% is nothing. Bitcoin in a bull market can go down 20, 30%, even 40%. It's normal in a bull market. This time it went down 10%. Everybody else got fucked. Because usually Bitcoin goes down 30, 40%, altcoins go down 60, 70%. This time Bitcoin went down 10%, altcoins went down 50, 60, 70, 80%, sometimes some even to zero and back. So what does it tell you? Right? So what can we learn from this? Well, number one, now we know there's leverage. A lot of people got flushed out. Oh, by the way, a lot of people saying, max pain is up. I was saying, no, max pain is down. So we had to go down and retest to see if those lows would hold. And we did go down. We didn't go to the very bottom. It kind of held. Now we have the reversal. We're on the way up. Hopefully, we don't know for sure, but chances are we're going to keep on going up from here if we're going to sustain this bull market and if we're going to have the last leg up that I'm talking about. If I'm wrong, we're not, but if I'm right, that's what we're going to do. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And of course, the weekly is still bullish, by the way. If you look at the weekly, I could show you right now, it never flashed bearish. So we're now seeing at 108,000 with Bitcoin. Altcoins are starting to recover. The ones that we chose are recovering faster and stronger. I wonder why, because we're good at picking coins, I guess. And even if they don't all recover, they don't need to, because we have we've structured this in a way to be able to balance out that if one doesn't do it, the other ones will. So we have our AI plays, we have our meme play, we have our perpetual DEX play, and so on, okay? And there you go. And then as we bought the dip, like with Bitcoin, I bought the dip with Bitcoin because I exchanged everything to Bitcoin because I said, look, I'm going to make everything Bitcoin. We're going to go lower. I did it twice. And then if we go down lower, I can use Bitcoin to buy altcoins. That way, if we go up, I'm still in the market. Plus, I didn't have time to trade. That was the play here. And there you go. Right? Off to the races. And we are holding also, what's it called? That meme coin we got, which is not on Crypto Bubbles. It's called, shit. Give me a second. Disco, right? Disco coin. That might do well. We took our initial investment out because we saw that it's going to dump, and it did dump. But now we took our initial investment out. We're all profits in. I'm just going to let that shit ride. And if it goes down, who cares? If it goes up, great, awesome. That's what I did with Pepe back in the day. That's what I'm doing with that. So this is what I'm looking at when it comes to the markets. So with that said, let's please do me a favor and like this video if you understand it. I know it's not the best articulation in the world. Again, I just got over a fever because of my immune system. For those of you who know, I fought cancer 3 times, so my immune system takes a hit every time I get sick. So it's kind of hard for me to concentrate. So forgive my articulation. But please like this video. I would really, really appreciate it. It looks like this. It's like a thumb like this. You just kind of click it. It's not that far. It's like your mouse is not that far, okay? So it's not a big mission or anything. You can at least hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. And I will answer every single one of your questions in the chat that is worth answering. So go ahead, ask your questions. Let me take another sip and I'll answer them. Doesn't it feel like we're all waiting like sitting ducks for alt season? Yeah. So I kept on saying throughout 2023 and 2024 that we're going to have a selective alt season, that we're going to have a mini alt seasons till the end of 2025, summer 2025. We're going to have mini alt seasons, which we did. And then before the summer, we're going to have an extended alt season, which we did. And then the full-blown alt season, if any, we're going to get after the summer, which we're still waiting for, to be quite honest with you. I was expecting it to come by now, or at least the beginning of one, but shit got trained back. But if we're going to have one, it's now or never. I'm sticking to my thesis. We're going to get it in October or November, and let's see what happens. And maybe it's to the end of the year. Maybe it's off a month or not. I can't time these perfectly, but if we're going to get one, we're going to get one now. Or any time now, and it's going to be a selective alt season, meaning perpetual dexes, maybe privacy, AI, and a couple more coins that we talked about in videos. Watch those videos. Let me turn up the air conditioner because my fever is going down now, so I'm a bit hot. You're gonna hear the air conditioner a little bit, but bear with me. And yeah, that's about it. Off to the races. Master says, can't miss this. I love this guy. I love you too, man. No BS. True, true. No BS, no fluff, no bullshit here, man. What's up, Cape Town? So money flowing out of crypto and into gold. So retail might be starting to buy gold, and that's what makes me feel that buying gold now is not a good idea. If you were buying gold when I was telling you I buy gold coins, that was a good idea. Will I sell now? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But generally speaking, now that retail is starting to buy gold, look, this price up in gold was not done by retail. It was done mostly by institutions. It was countries buying in anticipation for things to go sour, but it's gone up quite a bit. Will we get a drop? Maybe. Is it worth selling and buying lower? Probably not. I don't know. I hold gold coins. Maybe I sell some. Maybe I don't. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Tau is doing well. Tau is one I want to add, by the way. Let me add it so I don't forget Tau. I actually want to add Bitenzer, and I'll tell you what happened. So it's in my watch list. I want to add Bitenzer as an AI play, as an infrastructure AI play. The reason I don't have it is because I was trading it on leverage and I got wiped out. So I got wiped out as well. I made a video about it that explained that I actually lost a lot of my leverage positions. Unfortunately, I did not close them like a fucking moron because I said I'm going to close them on Monday. Anyway, so I lost some money there. Obviously, my holding positions and my taking profits into Bitcoin, everything was okay. But even that, I didn't take enough because I said I'm going to do more on Monday. I did not expect the flush to go down that low. So for those of you coming to me saying, oh my God, all YouTubers are telling you that they're... Because I said, you know, we called 117,000 to go down. And you're like, oh, how come all the YouTubers always knows this? Haha, they're lying. No, I didn't know they're going to flash down that low. And yes, I did get liquidated in some of my positions, but I did call to take profits, and we did take profits in my group, and we protect our portfolios. I was making posts to protect yourself on Twitter. It's all documented. Check it out, okay? And I even made a video about it as well. So, and a couple of them, I think. So, yeah, I'm not perfect, obviously. I'm bald. I'm not bold anonymous, okay? I'm bald. I have a crystal bald. I don't have a crystal bull. I have a crystal bald, okay? I get it right a little bit, but not too much, okay? Disco to the moon. These dumps are giving me a heart attack. Yeah, I get it, but look, we held quite a few times. And I think the play is what I said earlier on. So the play is this right now. I would buy, and I would have my stop loss either here conservative or under here normally. I would go for under this one over here, the lower one, to be quite honest with you at this point. But yeah, you could buy this breakout and, you know, exit some of your positions if we break the first line and all your position if we do the second line. But understand this is also a support range right down here that we called, that we might get to. So, you know, keep an eye on this as well, right? CG was the one that brought me over to your page. So this week, to getting to know you as a crypto guy. So thank you, man. Thank you very much. Really Jonathan Knight, awesome, man. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Good stuff. Banana Republic is saying CG from Crypto Galaxy. This dump is healthy. This is the bottom, I think. It's definitely, I don't know if it's healthy because a lot of people like died, like committed suicide. But essentially, it is a flush out and a reset of sorts. And we said that. We're just expecting it to come and retest the lows. Because when you get a flush out like this and you get the recovery, usually you want to test it, at least some of it, to see where you stand. So we're expecting a little downside before. That's why I wasn't so convicted in going up when everyone was saying, oh, let's go up from here. That's it. I don't know, man. Let's see. I'm trying to look for questions here. Benjamin Cohen just dropped a video saying we could get an alt season if Bitcoin doubles in price and everybody follows. Yeah, look, everyone was talking about Benjamin Cohen. To be honest with you, I was kind of ignoring it because I get all these spam in my YouTube from time to time. But I checked him out a couple of weeks ago. He's actually pretty cool. He's legit. He knows what he's talking about, man. I checked out his videos and his calls. But I don't watch him. And I'll tell you why I don't watch him. And I'm not talking about specifically him only. When they're in times of volatility, in times that I need to concentrate on technical analysis, I watch no one. Because what happens is, you're doing a technical analysis, and it takes hours. What we do here on the channel is a technical overview. We don't have time for technical analysis live. You can't. It takes you have to look at too many variables, right? You need to concentrate. It's like playing chess. So, if I start watching YouTubers at times of uncertainty or whatever, euphoria, whatever you want to call it, it could skew your judgment. And I'm not saying Benjamin Cohen will be wrong and it will take me with him, but he'll make me second guess my convictions, and I don't want that. Now, there are certain times I do watch other YouTubers. I'll name you a couple right now, the Chart Guys and Alessio Rastani. And the reason is, one is an equilibrium play, and the other guy uses Elliott wave theory, which I don't do, none of the two. So sometimes I'll watch to see if they agree with my analysis, but only after I've done mine. And yeah, basically that way I don't get distracted. I think that's the word I'm looking for here, right? So that said, I did check out Benjamin Cohen on Twitter. Seems he knows what he's talking about. Seems like one of the good ones. Feel free to follow him if that makes sense. And I don't think Bitcoin needs to double in price for people to FOMO into Bitcoin, have an alt season. You can have an alt season while, you can actually have an alt season if it breaks 117,000 in my opinion. Have an alt season to the all-time highs of 126,000, then Bitcoin dumps. Altcoins might go up a little, then dump as well, and that's the end of the bull market. So that's another scenario for you right there. I'm not telling you I'm right, or I'm not making a bet here that I'm right and he's wrong. I'm just saying that's the other scenario of having an alt season. We come to the end of the bull market and we have a double top, and that's the end. Yeah, Crypto Goals. Crypto Goals is actually I found out about him because he called Disco before me. It looks like he's a meme coin guy. It's pretty cool. Crypto is dead. Stop gaslighting. Ben is the realist of you all. Okay. Cycle can't end without any alt season. No, it can end without an alt season. But again, it's gonna be a selective alt season. Guys, don't expect to have an alt season like we used to. I keep on stressing this. It's impossible for all these coins down here to go up. We have too many of them. Like, what is it, 30, 60,000 coins right now? Every day there's a new coin. Everyone is the mother releasing new coins. So just like Bitcoin dominance, irrelevant. Like a lot of YouTubers are talking about Bitcoin dominance and how it needs to go down to have an alt season. That's complete, it's stupid. It's dumb. I'm sorry. It's stupid. I don't know why you're listening to these people. So Bitcoin dominance can go up, and you can also have a selective alt season. Because you're gonna have a selective alt season, not all altcoins are gonna run. So imagine you have 40,000 different altcoins down here. And they all start exit scamming, liquidations, closing down, whatever. And usually what they will do, they will take profits into the chain coin. So you have Solana, you have Ethereum, and so on. So as these coins vanish over here, you have the mid caps, these Solana, the chain coins, if you will, Binance and so on, start pumping. Certain projects from those ecosystems starts pumping as well. For example, perpetual dexes where trading happens and so on. And a couple of narratives hidden, maybe AI. Suddenly you have a selective alt season, but all these coins over here are vanishing. So it skews with Bitcoin dominance because as institutions come in, they come into Bitcoin. So dominance can slightly go up or go sideways, and you can still have an alt season without Bitcoin dominance going down. Does that make sense? It is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility. So I don't look at Bitcoin dominance anymore. At best, it's a lagging indicator or obsolete indicator, right? So there you go. Now, when I called mini alt seasons in 2023, 2024, which I was right, I was talking about mini alt seasons, not full-blown alt seasons, we actually paired with Solana. We were doing Bitcoin Solana because the action was in Solana. So and Solana was the catalyst of other coins going up as well. So we were charting Bitcoin Solana, and when Solana was outperforming Bitcoin, that's when we were having mini alt seasons, right? So because I knew that narrative would drive everything up. So things change. Like, this is why bots don't work always. And this is why automation is very hard, because what works today might not work tomorrow. I just gave you a narrative sort of a condition that things can change. But things can change in technical analysis as well. Overbought, oversold might stop working for a while. You can have overbought, could be a bullish sign. So if your bot is working on oversold or RSI, it could become obsolete in a couple of weeks. And that's why if you have a bot, you have to keep on upgrading the bot and updating the bot. That's why the factor line, we're updating it continuously, right? So what's working now, so far it's been working, but if something changes, we might have to change a few variables in the trend stacker, for example, if that makes sense. So there's a few things, just so you know. By the way, the factor line in the description down below, along with my course, the only way you can buy it. So let's get to my question. Jonathan Knight, let's do that. CF, how do you see this week and end of October for crypto? I think I just told you. I think I just told you what I see it. So it's not about prediction, it's about strategy. So when we were going down, and I thought we were gonna go lower, I wasn't sure if this was the bottom range. So what I did was I converted most of my altcoins to the altcoins I showed you on screen. And then most of my USDT, which I took profits from actually, because I took profits in USDT and Bitcoin, I decided to put it into Bitcoin as well. Why did I do that? Because I figured, look, and I made a video about this explaining this, I figured, look, if we're at the bottom right now, and we go up, these altcoins will go up, Bitcoin will go up, maybe slower, but that's okay. Bitcoin's low enough for me to hold Bitcoin right now, and it's safer and it's long term. So I did that. And then I said, if we go down and we go if we go down, altcoins will go lower than Bitcoin. So I can use Bitcoin to buy the dips on altcoins if I see a bottom formation. If I don't see a bottom formation and I see that we're going into a bear market, and of course I could be right or wrong about this, I'm just saying what I would do. But if I anticipate a bear market and that we are in one, then I have no problem holding Bitcoin throughout the bear market. Now somebody could be different. The strategy changes. And this is why one-on-one coaching and this is why the course and everything I do is so important, because everyone is different and it's different for everyone. His risk tolerance is different, his age is different, his assets are different, his style is different. There's so many different things. Some people are swing traders. I'm mostly a swing trader. I take a few trades every couple of weeks and I do long-term trading. Most people do day trading because they get views that way, because if they did a swing trading channel, they will never get views because maybe you don't take trades for a month or two. So they do day trading videos. That's why a lot of people get confused and wrecked, by the way. Be careful with that. Some people are range traders. I like trading the range as well, as I just showed you, and using snap and cracks. That's my favorite trade. If I see a snap and crack potential, snap and crack city, baby, I'm taking that trade. Right? Because that's what I'm best at. Over the years, since 2017 in crypto, Forex and stocks before that, I found my power. You don't need to know every single technical pattern. You don't need to use every single indicator. You don't even have to use my indicator. I just like using my indicator because that's the way I trade. It's built for the way I trade, and it works for long-term trading and swing trading and range trading. That's what it's meant for. But there are other indicators out there that may be even better if you use them better. It's like martial arts. Trading is like martial arts. There's kung fu, there's boxing, there's jiu-jitsu, and as long as you become really good in all of them, one of them, you don't need to know every other technique out there. Maybe one, maybe two. Even if you fight in MMA, you need one striking and one grappling martial art. Somebody might choose judo, somebody might choose wrestling for the grappling, somebody might use sambo or whatever, or Brazilian jiu-jitsu or jiu-jitsu. All right, maybe they do Muay Thai like I do, maybe they do kickboxing, maybe they do boxing for their striking. You need 1-2 indicators, right? And then you learn the style, and then you have different styles of boxing and different styles of. It's so Mike Tyson does the peekaboo. Other boxers do a different style. You know what I mean? I like doing ranges, for example, and snap and cracks. It's all. I'm a swing trader that likes range breaks, range trading, and snap and cracks. Right? So pick one. Even Bruce Lee said he's not afraid of the person that knows 1,000 different kicks. He's afraid of the person that does one kick 1,000 times every day. So master one or two things, and that's it. You're off to the races. You don't need to know anything else. Well, you do, but you get what I mean, right? Paul not holding Avanti. No, we got out of Avanti for a while ago. We got in. So I decided to hold Hype, Aster, and Bluefin. That's my blue chip in the Perpetual Dex narrative. My mid cap in the Perpetual Dex narrative, which can outrun the blue chip. And my Bluefin is my low risk, which it also plays onto the SUI ecosystem. So I'm playing large, mid, low. And I'm also playing Hype, BNB, SUI. And those are the three narratives I'm playing, right? And that's it. I don't feel I need to hold anything else when it comes to Perpetual Dexes. I think I'm okay. Even if Avante overtakes and does better, if the narrative goes up in the hole, I believe these will go up as well. Now, will I add it later? Maybe. But right now, I'm not playing. It's a base play. I get it. And we started, but we narrowed down. Because you want to have less coins to command as well. Because if we went into a bear market or whatever, you need to be able to take profits. But even on the way up, if it's this last leg, you don't want to be holding too many coins. Because you want to be able to taking profits on the way up. If you're holding 500 here, 500 here, 500 here, 500 here, and they're all going up, even if they go up 100, 200, 300x, it doesn't make a dent in your portfolio. It doesn't make a difference. So it's very hard to take profits on the up. On the way up, what are you going to do? Take $100 profits? You're not going to do that. No one's going to do that. So it's better to have 3, 4, 5,000 in one coin, 3, 4, 5,000 in another coin, and less coins. That way, as it's going up, you can actually take profits. And position sizing matters because if you go up 100, 200, 300x, $5,000 worth, 15K, makes a difference in your portfolio and you can take profits. You know, if you're playing 100 euros or 50 euros, it's very hard. This is very wrong when people tell you just put $200. If it goes away, if I lose, it doesn't matter. If it goes to the moon. No, it doesn't work that way. And you could do that, get away with that in the beginning of the bull market, maybe mid-bull market. But towards the end, you want to have less coins. And in the beginning, we all made the same mistake. I made the same mistake, and I had so many coins. It's just impossible to look over. It's just impossible to command. Andrea says, when everything is completely negative, it's over and no alt season is the best time to buy. So the best time to buy, generally speaking, and no, it's not in the bear market. The bear market is not the best time to buy. The best time to buy is actually as you're coming out of the bear market because you can see what narratives, what trends are working, what's going on, which coins are still around, what price action, a whole bunch of stuff. Whilst if you buy in the bear market, it's the worst time to buy because a bear market be long, projects could go bankrupt, they could scam, they could fold, look could go happen, or the narrative can change, or tech can go obsolete, or a new narrative born. So you don't. A lot of people will tell you the best time to buy is in the bear market. It's not. The best time to buy is actually as you're coming out of a bear market. Otherwise, you're locking up your money over here. You're locking up your capital, and you're sacrificing opportunity costs, and you might actually miss the move. So no, buying in the bear market is not the best time. As you're coming out of the best time, as you're coming out of the best time, but also when everybody's completely negative, it's over and no alt season is the best time to buy. I don't know, maybe, but we don't know because it depends on the timing of the market and where we are right now. And we're trying to figure that out. Hopefully we'll figure it out this week. That well is either Trump or Biden, so we don't know. Great, I hope we keep going up. Let's see. Do we have any more questions here? Let's see. Jonathan Knight, how do you see meme coins going between? Look, we've been out of meme coins since the drop to 74K. When we got the drop to 74K, which we called, we actually said we're going to fall to the low 70s. Everybody was making fun of me. I actually told everyone to get into utility coins, not meme coins. And I didn't believe meme coins are going to do. At some point, meme coins might do well. When they do well, you can start buying then. New meme coins are starting to coming out. There's a lot of drama and everything in meme season. I'm not buying meme coins until there's a meme season. Disco was something I just bought because I saw the price action. I'm like, whoa, look at that. Let me get in on it. Hi, Paul. Do you think we over, it's best to hold. I just explained, man, it all depends on your strategy, who you are, how much. I mean, I explained what I'm doing, and I explained what I did before this drop, and you can either continue doing what I was doing before or now. But that's the best I could do to my ability, because everyone's different. And if I give you advice, I don't know anything about you or, you know, what you're holding and why. So I cannot give you advice with such little information. Eddie G's, are you making a t-shirt that says I survived the dump? It's a good idea, but no. Aster should do well. Aster is one of my biggest positions. Even though I took half of my Aster out, and the only reason I did that was because I had a shitload of Aster, and thank God I did, I do think it's going to start going back up, and I might start scaling back in, but I still have a big position of Aster. Crypto Clown, will Paul do a lot of biohacking and suggest you look at oral nicotine? Yeah, I've read about oral nicotine and all that. I don't have brain fog anymore, man. I don't have brain fog. I do fasting. I take MCT oil. I'm on a whole bunch of supplements, and I'm on TRT. I don't have brain fog. One TRT shot would get rid of the brain fog just like that. It's just that I was sick. I had a fever. My immune system's low. It's very different for a cancer survivor. Biohacking doesn't always work when your bio is fucked up. It takes a lot of time for you to recover. Is Disco a good entry right now or wait for the dip? I mean, I don't know, but let's have a look at it. So, I would not wait for a dip, and I'll tell you why. Because if this breaks, so I wouldn't wait for a dip, but I wouldn't buy it either. I would wait for this to break right here. You see this top right here? Now, obviously, I'm already in it, so it's easier for me. But if this breaks, it's a blue sky breakout price discovery. So if this top breaks, that's probably when I would buy it, and that's called a breakout buy. And then your stop loss would be under that line that you bought. So basically, your stop loss would be here right now. So you don't buy right now. You set a stop loss or a mental stop loss right here. Let me try and zoom in so you can see better. So look, the price is right here. You put a mental stop loss right here, and then you buy as soon as you break out above this resistance line, and your stop loss is underneath, and that's basically how you play this. Let me go to the monthly, maybe you can see it even better. There you go. So see this? I can't draw on this because it's CoinMarketCap, but this is resistance, perfect resistance. This could be a cup and handle. Right now, you would put your stop loss and just wait. In other words, mental stop loss, say, if it comes back down to this level I was gonna buy, I'll sell and buy on breakout. So I would actually wait to buy higher. So I know that sounds crazy. Oh my God, you're telling me to buy higher. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But this is how I strategize, this is how I work, this is how I calculate. It's very different than most people do. Crypto Clown, I didn't get liquidated on the initial flush. Stop loss was in profit. Okay, nice, man, nice. Oh, you on the second one like a clown. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Hi, Paul. What do you think of Doge? I don't know what Doge with a W is. If it's something new. No, I don't know what it is, so I don't think anything. I don't think anything of it. 77 people in the chat. 77 people, 75 people in the chat. That's really cool, man. Guys, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. If you're new here, don't hit the like button. Watch a little bit, see if you get value, see if you like what you see. And if you do like what you see, if you do appreciate what I do, then hit the like button. But if you've been watching this live stream for a while and you're back for more than 2 times, please hit the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. I don't like begging for likes. But I would really appreciate it if you do. You know, do it for the positiveness, the whatever, right? All right, let's see if we have any more questions here. If we go below 74,000, will that confirm a bear market? Yes. I would argue if 98,000 breaks, 74,000 is likely. Best channel for crypto. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. What about Ethereum, BNB, and Sol? I am holding Ethereum, BNB, and Sol. You think now? I would if I would get into altcoins right now, those are some of the ones I would get into. safely, it would be sold in a BNB in Ethereum. Andrew Tate said that Bitcoin is going to 27,000. Okay. I think it's pretty cool. I like Andrew Tate, but like I remember when a lot of people were saying this guy said that, this guy, and really big people like Mark Cuban said this, and this guy said that, and but they're not in crypto, right? And you know, Andrew Tate is very good at making money, the way he makes money, and he can make money in crypto as well because he can just hold. He doesn't care about money. It's a lot easier to make money when you have money, right? You don't even need to trade. You just hold. It doesn't matter. So 27,000, if that happens, it's going to be in a bear market, A. And B, right now I'm eyeballing. I'm not making a call, but I think the bear market, we're going to be about $40,000 to $60,000. Right? Now that can change. I got to look. Maybe we go down to 30. I don't know. But I'm looking around 40, 50,000 K for the bear market bottom. But 30K is also in play. I just need to study it a little bit more. 26,000? I don't think so. I remember when I won the bet with Gareth Soloway, he was calling for a 10, 12K Bitcoin. We're around 120 something thousand. And I was saying, no, we're not going to go that low. We're going to go to 15.6K. I actually said a range 15 to 70,000. And we made a bet live on a live stream. And I said that I called the range from 15 to 17,000. I even said 15.6 thousand is going to be the exact target. It's going to be my call. But I would have won whether we go into that range. And I actually won the bet with Gareth Soloway. Now, Gareth Soloway is a renowned trader. The problem is it's not in crypto. So you have to find the wrecking point where everybody gets wrecked, both pros and amateurs. So the amateurs were looking at 20,000. The pros were looking at 12, 14, 10,000. So I knew that in between was the wrecking point for everyone. So that was about 15 to 17,000. And I called 15.6K. Now I'll be honest, 15.6K was luck. 15.6, it was a lucky call. It was 15 to 17K, but 15.6K was like, look, it was luck, but it was structured luck, if that makes sense. There was no way to call that exactly. That was crazy. I surprised myself. But that's what happened. So, and I do think the same thing would happen with Andrew Tate. It's not that he's talking shit. He probably has advisors and people that are telling him 26,000, and they're probably professionals. And that's the problem there. You have to find the wrecking point, all right? If that makes sense. Listen to Paul. He's the real top G. Thanks, man. Texas here. What's up, Texas? My sister's in Texas, by the way. Aether is good. Look, I'm getting airdrops from Aether. That's why it's not in my list. But I'm getting airdrops in Aether because I have Beam nodes, and I think it's going to do well. The price action was well, but I wouldn't go out and buy it because I'm getting it for free, so I can't really, talk about it that much. Recommendations how to trade something like Disco without getting eaten up with fees. So I can't help you there, and I'll tell you why I can't help you there. I'm very honest. I like being honest. First of all, Disco is a new coin. It's basically a new coin. Because it's a new coin, there's no technical analysis you can go over. There's no TA because there's no price history. But you can look at breakouts. So you can only do breakout plays. Just as like there's no prediction. Everyone giving predictions on Disco or any other coin, I think it's absurd. Because you can't give predictions. There's no price history. It's in blue sky breakout and price discovery. It just keeps on going up. It keeps on breaking out. So the only thing you do, breakout plays, breakout. Just do a breakout play, breakout, stop loss underneath, breakout play, stop loss underneath, take profits up, stop loss. Does that make sense? So that's the only way to play these coins. Now, as for fees, I did notice they're pretty big. Give CowSwap a try. Instead of doing it through the wallet on Uniswap, or instead of doing it through MetaMask, check out CowSwap. That's your best bet, okay? Just so you don't go to the wrong one. Don't get fucking scammed. This is CowSwap, right here. You go to trade, you go to swap trade tokens, whatever. Basically, this is it. Sorry, calswap.fi. I hope. Yeah, let's do this properly just so we don't fuck up. So let's verify. Go to CalSwap Coin. Go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. I would like to do CoinMarketCap. This is CalSwap, right? And basically you want to go to the website. Cal.fi. Okay, so this is the website. Trade on CalSwap. So this is the swap. Okay, so that we're correct. And just do it here. It works just like Uniswap. But it's better for fees. And it gives you more back. Cloud Word says, there's actually a technical case for Tate's 27K. I thought if 126 was the top, that's around 7. Yeah, no, I get it, but he needs to get wrecked. Not just him, everyone. You want to find the position where most people get wrecked, so you look for Fibonacci above that. If that makes sense. Or below. What is the next cycle Solana? I'm betting on SWE, but it's too early to tell. Come to the point. What do you mean? Oh, okay. So you think Sagar, you're just messaging over and over again because I'm seeing you message underneath as well. Listen, I get it. Like, don't be so entitled, man. I have a lot of messages I need to answer here. And this live stream is not just yours, right? This is a free live stream I'm doing for people that want to listen. And the people that have the questions before you will get their questions answered before you, all right? And just by repeating the questions, not going to make anything faster. It's just going to make things more confusing, my man. It's okay, I'll get to you, man. But I already answered about Aether. I don't know if you missed it, but I already answered. AVAX is beautiful. Let's have a look at AVAX. What is AVAX doing? So let me show you something about AVAX, because a lot of people are talking about AVAX, and let's see if they are right. So this is AVAX on the daily. This is not a snap and crack, because the range is up here on the daily. It's still red here. Let's go to the 4 hours. Let's see if I'm missing something. All right, so for AVAX, sorry about that. You do have a buy signal right here from the factor line, and you do have a breakout above the line here, which is interesting. So, yeah, if we take this bottom here, you could say that's a snap and... Yeah! Look, you could say that's a snap and crack on the 4 hour, plus the SFP confirmed, because this little dash is confirming now. So, yeah, Aether is actually a good buy right now. It could be a good buy. Your stop loss is under here. So make sure you do a stop loss somewhere around here, in my opinion. So let's make this one blue so we don't get confused. And there you go. So yeah, not bad. We're still in a downtrend. Okay, but if this blows over, it's a snap and crack. Buying right now makes sense. So good call. I just saw it so I can just totally bash you on AVAX, but I guess it's okay. Well done. People are going to FOMO in something, says oh so right. Can you talk about those websites that detect scam websites and a hardware wallet? Elipal wallet has a cool and hot wallet. So Elipal wallet does not have a cold and hot wallet. This is a misconception. Elipal is a hard wallet. The infrastructure, the interface is on a mobile app, which can also function as a hot wallet, in the sense that if you restore any, okay, I have to, so just so you understand, okay, all apps function as a hot wallet if you restore something into it, or most apps. So Elipal is a hard wallet. And it has the app that you can only control with a hard wallet. But if you want to put another wallet in the Elipal's app, it can function as a hot wallet. So if you're not stupid, you shouldn't have an issue. But yeah, a hard wallet. Ledger has actually convinced me that they're pretty good, actually. Their new wallets are pretty good. You have Trezor, which I'm a fan of. I use Trezor a lot. The LAPAL X is pretty cool. It's like a card. It's like Tangem. All these are good wallets. As for applications, there is an application you can use, and I can send it to you. I can show it to you right now. And I suggest you get it. It's free and will protect you from drains and stuff like that. So if you go to my website, cryptofactor.net, and you go to resources, and please do it through here because I have a referral link. I don't get paid, but it does help me. If you scroll down, first of all, here are the hardware wallets that I'm personally using. But if you scroll down to cybersecurity for cryptocurrency, first of all, get yourself Malwarebytes. This is free. Okay, and second of all, get yourself Kerberos. So this here will protect you 95% of the time when it comes to wallet drains and so on. Not if you do something completely stupid, but it will warn you if they're about to drain or if you're about to give certain privileges that you're not supposed to and so on. So at the very least, install Kerberos. This can really save you. So cryptofactor.net, let me put that in the chat real quick, or let me give you the link straight away to this. Oh, wait a second, it doesn't even work. Great. Give me a second. So copy, there you go. So here you go. Give me a second, let me check that. Yeah. So check out Kerberos here. Check out this link, because apparently the link from my my website doesn't work. And that should protect you, that should work. And yeah, and let me make sure I get the absolute right. Give me a second, bear with me, because it's important. Give me a second. Yeah, we'll use that link. Just get Kerberos. Whether you use my link or not doesn't really matter. I'd rather you use it, but it doesn't really matter. But if you use Kerberos, you'll get... it'll protect you in a very, very good way, if that makes sense. I have the pro version, there's a free version, and you only pay if you use it. So it's like it takes like a very small fee, and then you pay if you use it, if that makes sense. Check it out, read it, do your research, whatever. And I'll fix my website later. I'll just put it to the side so I don't forget. So good call, I have to fix that. All right, let's see what other questions we have here. Coins like the 3 market from XRP. What? Coins like the 3M from an XR... I don't know what you mean, man. If you want a high-risk meme coin... Okay, somebody's... Oh, Crypto Clown World is calling a meme coin, okay. Hey, Paul, what's up, man? What's up, old fella? Been a while. My dreams of buying a place from my father crashed bad to my crypto back. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. Shit happens, bro. This game is, you know, it's how the game is played. What do you think about this guy, Dr. Profit? Oh, come on. I don't know. Did he predict the bit? Did he really predict the big crash? It's like saying I predicted the big crash because I said under the 117,000 we're going to go down lower to the whole low 100s. We did not predict the crash. We did not predict this flush. We just knew a level. And we called that we're going to go lower, and the flush happened, and he's probably owning it, saying he knew about it. I'm telling you I didn't know about it. I just knew the level was 117,000. The factor line actually flashed to get out at 120,000, right under 120,000. But I said 117,000 is the line in the sand. I was anticipating a bounce will go down lower. We went down lower. I'm like, okay, we're going to go down to the low hundreds over time, especially if we break 112,000. I did not know about this flush. If he knew about the flush, I don't know how he knew about it. But I'm pretty sure he's just taking advantage and owning the move, if that makes sense. When should we start accumulating Aether? I don't buy Aether. I get airdrops from Aether. I explained this many times. I do keto diet, but not every day. Thank you, Master. Paul, can you please... No, I can't check this Doge thing. I don't like the name of it. Alright, I'm just going to delete this contract. Now I just think people are spamming this new meme coin. I don't like that. Hello from Arizona. Any thoughts on Zera privacy? I have no thoughts on it at this point. Moody says, I know you're pretty heavy in Aster, but when would you start accumulating more that would start increasing your confidence? I accumulated some this morning, but only because I saw a change in trend, a bottom formation on Bitcoin. I got a little bit more into altcoins. I'm not saying it's going to go up from here. If you watch from the beginning of the live stream, you'll get to see why. Crypto Clown Words agrees with my bottom prediction. Awesome. What are your thoughts about XLM at the moment? It's a good coin to hold, but I got out of it. I got out of it into more Aster. Yeah, I was positive about it before, and it can still do well, but things change fast. In your opinion, what is more useful, Fibonacci or trend lines? I don't use Fibonacci. I use trend lines. And it's much more beneficial because it's easier to see it. Fibonacci is good to see, anticipate profit. If you're doing day trading and you want to take profits on Fibonacci or something, I get it. And it's the only way to see some sort of levels at Blue Sky Breakout. But if you're not in Blue Sky Breakout, there's no point because you can just see previous resistance levels. So I don't use it personally. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. You're very welcome, Harry. Guys, I did a one-on-one with Paul. So worth it. Advise all you guys to take the course and VIP. Thank you so much, Master. Thank you, man. Worth every penny. Predicting a down move and predicting a flash crash are two entirely different things. Yeah, nobody predicted the flash crash, guys. After a great buy right now in the low $1 range, okay, I opened Bitcoin long 15x. Ouch. Watch out for those X's, man. Watch out for those leverages. Hey, Paul, that legend, how are you? I'm doing great. And I have no thoughts on Filecoin XVG at this point. Please watch the video from the beginning. There's a lot of cool info in here. There's a lot of alpha in this video. Make sure you check out the course. It's linked in the description down below. I'll also leave it momentarily up here. Check it out. See if it's for you. How to invest, trade, and think like me. It actually teaches you exactly what I do. A lot of people are loving it. A lot of people are making money or saving money doing this course. And make sure you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.